Cox3.com post-game show. St. John Bosco 49, JSerra 44. Kevin Turner along with the coach Bill Cunardy, and we talked about it in our production meeting. We thought this thing was coming down to the last minute, last possession, as did all the Trinity League games tonight.
Well, nobody in this stadium was disappointed because the score would tell you that this had to be an offensive fireworks show. I thought there was some great defense played. The offense just stood out. I mean, great running backs on both sides, incredible return scores. One team goes ahead, the lead changed 7 times. And I think when you look at a game like this, you saw a showcase of future Division I football players here tonight.
A very physical football game, as we mentioned. This thing was contested down to the last minute. Let's go ahead and take a look at the highlights, and there were plenty of highlights to go around tonight. JSerra got it started. Here's P.J. Vander goes in right away, 12 yards out. They score on their first possession, Coach. Then here comes St. John Bosco. Sean McGrew goes into the paint.
When you watch McGrew run, he glides and then makes his move, and he did that tonight. 5 touchdowns for that young man.
And here's McGrew again. This is a big run here, 75 yards. What do you call this? Glide and decide?
Glide and decide. He took the defensive back, kind of set him up for that move, and then showed that 500-meter speed.
14-10 ball game right now, and Nick Robinson does some improvisation, goes 17 yards. Look at Vander doing his job, blocking downfield by Ethan Aguayo.
Well, this guy is just a warrior. He makes every play in the book, and both of these quarterbacks were spectacular tonight. There's a touchdown throw to Ethan Aguayo from Robinson, right on the money, and here comes Sean McGrew again.
He had 3 carries tonight. Of his total 381 yards, 3 of those carries went for 217 yards, 2 75-yard runs, and a 64-yard run that you'll see coming up a little bit later on. Here's the slash on the inside. That O-line did a great job tonight. Both sides of the football, both O-lines did very well. And then Robinson crashes in from the right side, and that makes it 31-27 JSerra. Then here comes Clifford Sims back in to relieve Sean McGrew. Went out with a cramp. This makes it 34-31. That only took 2:06 off the clock, but here comes the big play tonight for the big man. P.J. Vander goes 66 yards, Coach, making it 38-35.
Watch him step out of a tackle here at about the 10-yard line and cruises in. He's been such a great addition to this JSerra offense, and this is a warrior. This is a guy that's going to gain 200 yards a game.
That was 9:30 left in the fourth quarter, so we got a game coming down to the wire. Balter, we saw him all night long open, but finally Rosen hits him for a 10-yard scoring strike. Makes it 42-38. Then here's Sean McGrew. Waning moments of the ball game, 4th and long, and he goes 64 yards on a back-breaking fake punt.
Well, they put 11 guys at the line of scrimmage to come after the punt, no returner deep, and St. John Bosco, to their credit, had a fake punt in the game plan. You just count the number of defenders, and McGrew ran it in for a touchdown. But here's a great comeback by JSerra.
Yeah, that came at just a few minutes left in the ball game, and then the onside kick, and it's recovered by JSerra, but it does not travel the necessary 10 yards. The replay shows it, and although the JSerra crowd thought they had it, but no, the officials ruled that the kicker had touched the ball before it had gone the necessary 10 yards.
Well, Kevin, that tells you how close this game was, that it had to end with an officials' conference, and the kicker did touch it at about the 9-yard line, and no offensive player can touch it before it goes 10 yards. So, I mean, that's the kind of game we had all night long, all those lead changes. Look at the numbers at the bottom.
381 yards for Sean McGrew, 5 touchdowns. Look at that gaudy average. And then P.J. Vander on the other side, 215 yards, equaling his best on the year here in 2014, had 215 against Huntington Beach. Just a valiant effort by the JSerra Lions tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, both of these teams know one thing for sure. A great deal of respect amongst the coaches and the players on both of these teams, but St. John Bosco knows they can beat anybody they play, and I think now JSerra knows they can beat anybody they play the rest of the way through.
Let's go to Garth Wyckoff. He's with our player of the game, Sean McGrew from St. John Bosco.
All right, thanks, Kevin. Joined right now by the man, the myth, and he is a legend here tonight from the Bosco Braves, Sean McGrew, wearing number 5. We saw you run wild tonight. Okay, I'm tired. I'm going to say these numbers. Just tired saying it. 26 carries, 381 yards, 5 touchdowns, phenomenal performance. How are you feeling right about now?
I mean, I'm speechless, and this is just an amazing feeling. I mean, this is the second best game I've ever played. 5 touchdowns. I mean, as a running back, you expect to maybe get 1 or 2, like 1 or 2 yard goal line runs. I mean, I just wanted this more than anybody on the field tonight, and I mean, it showed, hopefully, and it's just a great feeling.
You did a fantastic job carrying the football tonight. What can you say about the offensive line creating some holes for you tonight?
We had a great week of practice. We had a great game scheme. The O-line stepped up tonight, and I mean, we had a tough time this season picking up blocks in our run game. We just have a tough time being physical, and this game we just came out, we're the more physical team, and we showed it. And I just got to give the credit to them because they picked up every single block this whole entire game.
Game was tight there towards the end. It looked punt formation for the Braves. You're going to have to give the ball back to the Lions, nursing a very slim lead, and you take it to the house. Walk us through that final play that kind of capped things off here this evening.
Well, I mean, I saw 11 guys up on the line, so they had no outside contain. They were just going straight punt block. And we've been working all week on a fake punt, and Nas Nessie just called it. He saw it and called it. They had 3 guys on the left, and we had 4, so it was just an extra guy, and he just led me right through the hole, and I just ran about like 60 yards for a touchdown. It was a great feeling. It was one of the best play I've ever made.
Sean McGrew, I'll say these numbers for you one more time, guys. 26 carries, 381 yards, 5 touchdowns. Go get some Gatorade, some water, some pizza, and take care of that O-line, all right?
Yep,
all right, good luck the rest of the way. Let's go back to KT.
Sean McGrew, humble young man, incredible talent. Our player of the game for Bill Cunity. I'm Kevin Turner. That's going to do it for our Cox3.com post-game show. Good night, everyone.